All right. We're live just a few minutes early, literally like maybe a minute and a half early. But we are live because, oh wait, before I forget, the ad's gonna roll. Ooh, turned my volume down just in time. I wanted to start early so YouTube can do its thing and push out the notifications and all that jazz because we are keeping it to an hour today. We are. It's happening. Why? Because the debate is on. And while I'm not excited about the debate, sorry, I'm trying to see if the comments actually are rolling on my screen or not, because nothing has popped up yet. So we'll see. We'll see if the thing is even rolling on my screen. But I don't want to watch the debates, but I'm going to watch the debates because I feel like it's important. And Sarah, thank you. You are the first message to pop up on my phone. So now I know that the messages are working. That's very helpful. Hi, Marie. Good to see you. So we're finishing in an hour. So at like 7:55, y'all tell me to wrap it up. Okay? So there is that. Let's see. The conversation has been rolling. The thumbs up have been coming in before I even started. Thank you guys for the support and for your promptness and for your willingness to just chit chat before I even show up. I absolutely love it. It makes me so stinking happy. Colette is here rolling in with questions about affiliate stuff, which I will talk about in a hot second. Sherry is here with a question on Apple Watch versus Fitbit. So we will talk on that. Janine is here, and Susan is here, and Pam is here, and Lindsay's here. Excellent. Sarah's here, Maria's here. Important to watch the debate. Yeah, I think it is too. Again, I don't want to. The reason I called this what it is, and I know that I risk, I'm higher risk of trolls coming out, oreganos coming on out and making themselves known because of the title. Hi, Amy. Good to see you. But I felt like it was necessary because I know in my soul that this probably is not going to be something that leaves me in a good mood. The debate, I mean, you guys are going to leave me in a great mood. So we are here to cultivate a little bit of positivity before we all go sit in front of our televisions and watch politics happen. That is what the plan is for tonight. It's the same old live stream. We're going to do highs and lows. You guys can ask me whatever you want. You've got me for the next hour, and we will just chit chat away in a timely manner. How does that sound? Does that sound good? I want to make sure we just cultivate a place of happy, and I always feel happy after I am done talking to you guys. Tonight, I not only have my water, I am double fisting with some aminos, some BCAAs, because my arms hurt and I don't even know why. Like, all up in here. Today was leg day. There is no reason that I should be hurting all up in here. Hi, Ashley. Happy Tuesday. Good to see you. So I'm double fisting the liquids tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so not to waste any more time, we're going to assume that there are going to be some stragglers. Some people aren't going to come because the debates are on tonight. So let's just get chit-chatting away, shall we? Let's start, if we may, with highs and lows like normal. I like to talk about our celebrations for the week as well as any struggles we might be having or not so great things that happened to us this week that we might want to share. And then we will get into the questions that have already been asked. I have a few announcements and then keep the questions rolling on in and we will chit chat away. So while you guys are typing out your highs and lows, I will tell you mine. I have two highs this week. The first one was I went home to Illinois for the weekend for Alice's 4th birthday. For those of you that don't know, Alice is my now 4-year-old niece, my goddaughter, the closest thing I will have to a daughter ever. She belongs to Christina, who is a moderator in here normally. I don't think she'll be on tonight because they are currently hanging out at a secluded little hotel in the Wisconsin Dells just to get away and go swimming in a pool before summer is completely over, even though it's pretty much already over. All that to say, I was in the largest group of people, which wasn't all that large. It was like 17 or 18 people, max. But I was in the largest group of people that I have been in since my mother-in-law's mother's funeral, which was in March, the week that everything shut down in Florida. So like it was something my soul needed, was to be with I saw my family, I saw my parents twice, and then my sister and Alice, or my sisters, both of them I guess I saw on the 4th of July, so once since March. But like I saw my grandfather and my uncle and my eldest cousin had came to hang out. Hi Becky, hi Julie. And it was just wonderful. It was wonderful. It felt nice to be in a group of people for a change. Will we come out of it scot-free? In 14 days, I'll let you know. Generally speaking, everybody there we know is very, very safe. So fingers crossed that everything goes okay. But it was what my soul needed. It was lovely. And then we came back. It was a super quick trip, 48 hours. So that was a high. And then my other high was last night I had my first live stream exclusively for the upper tier members of my channel. So for those of you who don't know, there's a little join button down by my channel name. And you can actually join and monetarily support me at different levels. And the upper levels of that, one of the perks that you get is a private chat with me. So I did this very scenario, but with a much smaller group of people, which allowed me to be much more intimate in conversation. We got to touch on some very close topics. We got to dive into personal information and things like that. And it was just a wonderful, wonderful way to spend an hour. So that was definitely a high for me as well. My low, I had a low picked out. Oh yeah. My low is that I did not win my diet bet. And I'm only kind of bummed about it. Let's be honest. I'm only a little bit bummed. It was a long shot anyway. I know it was. So I ended up not losing the 7 pounds I needed to lose, but I lost 4. So 3.9 if you want to get technical, but I lost 4. So I still lost something. I still gained a lot. And including a whole new thing going forward. And I'm very, very excited about what is to come. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have planned out so many things in terms of my diet and where it's going to be going. Oh my gosh, I filmed a video on it today. And then I'm going to tag onto either today or either tomorrow or Thursday, the last of the Shape Up September videos are going to go up. And it's just a couple clips from a couple of days and then my explanation of what's next. So that was my low, is that I didn't hit my goal, but I'm not even really mad about it because I still achieved so much this month that I can't be anything but proud, really. So those are my highs and lows. Let's see what everyone else is saying. Everything is pretty quiet today. Y'all are quiet today. Marie, hi. Fishing was awesome, even if we weren't catching fish. Low, I now have to play catch up on the live stuff. Isn't that always the worst part of going on even a short trip? Yesterday, I didn't do any work. Yesterday was Monday. Yes, because I spent the whole day being like, I just got to get the house clean. I got to do all the reset stuff that I didn't get to do because we were traveling on Sunday, which is fine, totally worth it. But playing catch up is kind of like a anxiety provoking thing. I totally relate. Totally relate. Lissa, my high is that my room is still clean and that I've been doing great with food and exercise. My lows, I spent most of today in a really bad, cranky, grumpy, and sassy mood. It does happen to all of us. Ashley, hi, down 4-ish pounds for the month of September. Low, struggling to implement 16/8 intermittent fasting and keeping my blood sugars controlled. Type 1 diabetic during my eating time. I do have some thoughts on that. A lot of them circle around the Fab 4, which we touched on briefly, although you might not have been around when we were talking about Fab 4 last night, and carbs and cravings and things like that. So I definitely have some thoughts on that if you want to hear them. You might also consider, Ashley, doing a 14-10 fast and seeing how that goes for you first. Ease up just a little bit. A 14-10 is still incredibly effective for what it needs to be. If you're like a diehard intermittent faster, you're going to come at me, which whatever, come at me. I don't care. But try it because that might be a good way to get yourself into it. And then if you decide that you want more, you can go to 16/8. That's what I would do if I were you. Susan, any thoughts on the Hollises? Her book came out today, and Dave is such a gentleman and wished her well, even though it was hard for him. He really took the high road and crickets from her. I'm not going to lie to you, Susan, just based on, and I know social media is not everything, But given their history in social media, the way that they both have been presenting themselves on social media, I am so turned off by her now. I can't even tell you. Like, I feel cringy and like bleh, looking at her now. And I'm just like, whoa, like total mind shift. I love Dave. I respect Dave. Mad respect to Dave. And I did not even realize that, to be like truthful, I unfollowed her on Instagram, Rachel. I still follow Dave, but I unfollowed Rachel. And but I still apparently like her page on Facebook, so it did pop up today that, oh, today's my book launch. Go look at my stories to see what my coworkers did or whatever, and they scared her because they didn't see it coming. Ha ha ha. So I looked at that or whatever, but I was like, interesting. I don't even care that your book is out today. Doesn't bother me at all. But now that you say that, I will go back after we are done here and listen to Dave's stories. I want to see what he said because I'm very curious. But I have just, I don't know what it is, but I have lost all respect for her, which kills me a little bit inside because I loved her. I loved them. That's the thing. I loved them. So I think a lot of it was Dave and the idea of the marriage that Dave and Rachel had. I think that's what, and so I automatically liked her. I liked her books. I thought that they were very helpful and they lit a fire under me that I had never had lit before. But now that I can kind of stoke that fire on my own and I can kind of see her for who she is, I'm not as much of a fan. I'm really not. Is that enough for you, Susan? That's my thoughts. Not buying the book. Don't care. You know? Sarah, hi. I'm a child protective services worker and the end of the month is always super hard, so I'm glad it's almost over. Way to make a silver lining out of a not great situation. Good for you. Other Sarah, overall high week in general. That's good. Low, dentist appointment on Saturday. So painful and just a cleaning. Oof. Darn wire gluing my bottom teeth in place after braces. Oh man, that's a bummer. I need to make all of the doctor's appointments. I have not established a new dentist, a new eye doctor here in Minnesota yet, and I've been here for over a year. Shame on me, I know. Lindsay, hi. Overwhelming support for no longer following the WW program. I am so stinking proud of you. The Mom Logs, Lindsay, one of our moderators, declared on her YouTube channel that she has left Weight Watchers, and she gives a beautiful explanation as to why. Totally worth watching. I totally support you 110%, and I'm so excited. Lindsay is also coincidentally and has ended up being my workout buddy. We are on the same workout plan. We have been on the same workout plan, and we were just discussing what we were going to do after 10 rounds was over, and we both said that we were probably going to start the same plan again. So you're just my workout buddy, and I love you, and I'm so proud of you. Sarah, low, being more behind in work than I would like, but it's all good. Oh, real low. Might have to change the venue for our wedding 50 days out. I think I used that last week, though. Yeah, you did mention that, but now you know for sure that you're probably going to have to change it. Oh, I can't even imagine. That's such a bummer. I have no profound words of advice for you, except that sucks. I'm sorry. Pam, hi. Heading slowly to Florida from Virginia for the winter. Good for you. Good for you. Where in Florida? From Virginia for low, leaving my kids and granddaughter. Hi. Made her a trophy costume for Halloween, and her smiles were such a reward. Oh, love that. Ashley, I just started intermittent fasting and I went straight to 16:8, but I'd be willing to try 14:10. Definitely try 14:10. It won't shock you quite as much. It's good. It's good. She turned me off at the Oprah event. Oprah left the audience. She's that upset. I love Dave. Rachel changed her bio and added 3%. I saw that. Fame got to her, and not in the good way. If I ever start to turn into that, and Lord knows I'm never going to be that YouTube famous or anything like that. It's never ever going to happen for me. But if I ever turn into that, call me out on it, please, because I never want to do that. I want to be this person that I am now, even if I end up with 100,000 subscribers. fame got to her head, and it hurts me. It hurts me. Ooh, it hurts me. They were good for the chapter of life you needed at the time, is how I'm thinking of the Hollises. I'm completely respectful of Dave. I agree. They were finding Rachel and Dave was what I needed at that time. And I still use and I still preach at you guys so many things that the Hollises have taught me. She rubs me the wrong way now. So I'm taking what I learned from her and I'm going to utilize it. I mean, we have 90 Divine Days going, which is my version of Last 90 Days, which, by the way, officially starts tomorrow. A lot of us started already at the beginning of this week, but tomorrow? No, Thursday. Thursday's the 1st. But 90 Divine Days is our hashtag because I don't want to abuse the Last 90 Days hashtag if I'm no longer a Rachel Hollis supporter. So there's that, but you're absolutely right, Colette. This was my dentist appointment that was supposed to be in March, the week after the world shut down, kept getting postponed. Yep. Haven't seen an eye doctor in 3 years, so a year isn't bad. I definitely need to be seeing one. I'm supposed to see one every 6 months, and I haven't seen one since last March. Like, not March 2020, March 2019. Yeah. I have that stupid bottom retainer too. It's all good, actually. We may be using the reception venue for the wedding. Okay, that's good. What is the 3% chance? It is something, I'm going to tell the story wrong, but it's something that, like, when Rachel was out going and getting her, like, she had her big dream of doing it. I don't know if it was the book or a big company, whatever it was, but Dave, being the realist that he was like trying to be like supportive, but still be like, you might want to dial down the dream just a little bit to be more realistic, right? And he made a comment about how there's only a 3% chance that you will do that. And she took that as a motivator to prove to him that she can do the 3% thing. And that has been a thing of theirs for a long time. When she achieved the thing, she bought herself a piece of jewelry with a 3% engraved on it and told Dave he bought it for her, as a, like, and that's her motivator or whatever. But so, like, there's spite behind that 3%. Motivation, but spite. I am driven by that too. I will admit that, like, if someone tells me I can't do it, I'm gonna work to prove them wrong. These muscles of mine, like, I am dreaming and visualizing a day with all of this, like, maintenance mode thing and, like, all the stuff that I'm thinking about doing and eating more food and being able to get better gains in the gym. Just today, I pictured myself buff as could possibly be and laughing out loud because I'm like, doctors said that I wouldn't walk and I'm going to be the buffest version of myself that there ever was. Like, so that drives me too. I understand, but, like, that's a direct jab at her ex-husband who is being so respectful and so good. And yeah, I saw that. So that's the 3% thing in a nutshell. We travel all over Florida, retired, enjoying our time together, married 40 years in April, and I still think he's cute. Pam, I love that so much. I love that so much, and I hope that's me and Eric when we're married for 40 years. It was such a passive-aggressive move on Rachel's part. Yep, not a good look. I know. I wonder how many people she's lost. I wonder, Mine just popped out over 10 years ago. She didn't have to bring it up now. I agree. It does seem weird that she just now added it. I agree. If it was in her thing the whole time, like it was her driver, her motivator, but to, like, divorce the man and then put the thing that, like, he didn't believe in me in her Instagram bio. She also wore a not sorry necklace. I have the not sorry necklace. It was in the goal getter box for signing up for her coaching because I have access to her coaching and Dave's coaching. So I have the necklace and it's beautiful. But when I wear it, I don't wear it out of, like, what even is the word? I feel like she's real aggressive. I feel like she's, like, real in your face and just angry. And she's the one who made this decision and she's angry. And I'm like, when I'm not sorry, I'd be like, I'm not sorry that I'm doing the best to be myself. Yeah. You wear it for sass. Like, I'm not sorry. And I actually think of this song from the musical called Urinetown, which was a show that I have been in, and I loved It was one of the best shows I've ever done. And one of the songs in it's actually called I'm Not Sorry. And I was in that number. So whenever I wear it, I think of that number, and I'm singing the number the whole day. I love it. But like, I'm not actually, I feel like when she wears it, it's a middle finger, you know? And that's not why I would wear it. And I hardly wear it. But like, when I do wear it, it's just because I'm feeling a little sassy that day, you know? Like, I'm wearing glitter and I'm not sorry. Or I'm wearing slipper socks in June and I'm not sorry. So I agree. Dave has been so introspective and working on himself. The man listens to worship music every night and gives out advice to people. Like, I love him. I love him. I do. Bree, would you still recommend Rachel's pre-divorce books? I was thinking of reading them after I finished Body Love. I really liked Girl Wash Your Face. I think that Girl Stop Apologizing is great if you have a specific thing that you want, if you want that driving force towards a specific goal. Like, it's very focused on, in my mind, like she used how she got to her business to grow to write that book. But I really did like Girl Stop Apologizing a lot. And for you, it might be good. It might be helpful for you. Yeah. I mean, try it. If you hate it, put it down, you know, like maybe get it from the library or something. She seems so spiteful. B is a sassy pants. Oh, you know it. I sure am. I sure am. Spiteful is what came to mind. Passive aggressive, angry. People were upset with that necklace. So many comments. Made me glad I never got into her. I do own Girl Wash Your Face and Girl Stop Apologizing. I mean, they're worth reading. I enjoyed them. Yeah. So while you guys go ahead, keep on conversing. And if you have any questions, any topics you want me to cover, go ahead and leave them in the chat roll. In the meantime, I'm going to address the 2 questions that I got before the chat even started, because Colette and Sherry were on the ball. She just asked something, Colette just asked something about affiliate links. And when I said, oh, affiliate link, does that mean you get a commission? Yes, it does. So if ever, most of the time, if I post links, they are affiliate links. And what that means is if you click on it and then you buy something, when like through the click that you made, I get kickback for it. So it helps fund me. So if you want a way to directly support me, using my links for things is a great way to do it. So Colette was, hi Rosie, good to see you. Colette was talking specifically about stuff in my Erin Condren post and video, but I did want to share with you, if you look down in the description box, I have 2 links down there for you, because it is information you need to know. Because first, Eat Me Go Free. Y'all know my Eat Me Go Free. I love my Eat Me Go Free. 25% off sale for like, earlier today they announced only for 48 more hours. They never gave us an end date when they announced it. So 48 more hours, if you use the code BIRTHDAY, you get 25% off, which all of a sudden makes the brownies a little bit more affordable for people that were on the fence, you know? So if you want to do that, if you usually I have a discount code. My code is only 10%, so definitely use the birthday code. But if you use the link that I posted down below, I get credit for the purchase anyway. So that's if you want to buy Eat Me Go Free and support me at the same time. And also you will see a link for a product called NatureBox. I partnered with NatureBox and I'm super, super excited about NatureBox because they have really, really good snacks that you don't really have to feel guilty about. They sent me a whole box of snacks and Eric and I love everything that's in them. Everything. It's, oh my gosh. So if you join their like membership thing, you get a deep discount on all of their products. But if you just want to shop their store, my code down below gets you 10% off. That's for your information. So there's that. Oh, and then Sherry wanted to know my thoughts on Fitbit versus Apple Watch. And before I switched to Apple Watch, I had the Fitbit Iconic, which at the time, it might still be, was the most expensive one, but they've come out with Versas, which have, I think, newer technology in them. So I can't speak to the Versas. I can only speak to the Iconic as the most advanced Fitbit that I have gotten. But I love my Apple Watch. I love it. And here's why. It does everything I needed to do. It still counts my steps. It still does. Oh, let's not hit that button. It still counts all of my steps, but the goals have changed. So the goals are now a movement goal. So if steps aren't your jam, or like one day you can't get steps but you went for a 2-hour bike ride, you're going to get credit for that in the form of calories that you've burned. So closing your rings doesn't directly apply to your steps, but your steps are always counted. So I can track my steps, I can track my move goal, which you can still change. And now with the latest update, you can change what your workout goal is, which is how many minutes you are working out, and your stand goal, and which means you're standing for at least 1 minute every hour. And I love it because it also gives me Instagram notifications and Facebook. I turned off Facebook notifications, but like text message, my calendar syncs right up there, so it tells me what's coming next on my calendar. And so personally, I am not mad that I left Fitbit. I love my Apple Watch so very much. My only gripe with it is that I can't really sleep with it on, even though now they have a sleep tracking feature. You can't really sleep with it on because you need to charge it every night. So I don't use that feature, which is a bummer because I would like to, but I use the Sleep Cycle app, so it doesn't really matter. Yes, and Lindsay brought up a good point. You can sync, you can track your friends on their activity. So Lindsay and I can track each other. And I turned off friends notifications because one of our other friends, Jamie, works out like 4 times a day and makes me feel inferior whenever I would get a notification saying she's done yet another workout. But like Lindsay will text me once she saw that I finished my kickboxing workout, and she'll be like, hey, how did it go? And things like that. So it's really cool to be able to keep track of your friend's activity because you both have Apple Watches. So I personally really love the Apple Watch a lot. I'm not knocking the Fitbit because I enjoyed my Fitbit too, but I am no longer upset that I have made the change. Kim, how are you? Happy Tuesday. So I hope that answered your question, Sherry. I'm not anti-Fitbit, but I'm definitely pro Apple Watch. All right, let's see. I have to say, I watch Dave's Instagram stories every morning. He makes me feel good. I love that. Do you think that you will ever do any budgeting videos, lives, blogs, or vlogs, or later on in coaching? I'm not an expert in budgeting. That's just the truth. Budgeting is not something that I personally do. The way the budget works in my house, we are very budgeted in my house, but the way the budgeting works is my husband runs the budget, and I only know the budgets that I have to keep track of, which is like the grocery budget. So I told him, I was like, I don't need to know all the ins and outs of everything. I just need to know when I'm allowed to spend money and how much money I'm allowed to spend. That's all I need to know. And that's how it's been going. So I don't run the budget. I stick to the budget. So Rosie unfollowed Rachel Hollis today. What made you do that? So I don't know if it's like, it's not necessarily a subject that I'm any good at. I can give you my thoughts based on what I know. I know a little bit about the Dave Ramsey plan and whatnot, and I know like general common sense. I also know how to save money at a grocery store, and like apps that I use. Like I use Ibotta, and I use I use the Target Cartwheel app all the time because I mostly shop at Target and things like that. But I don't like. It is something we could work into your life coaching, but I am not an expert budgeter. That is not necessarily something I'm good at. So it's not my area of expertise, and I would be doing you a disservice to pretend that it is something I know very well when I do not. So if you had any specific questions or any, like, maybe we could shopping with Bria, do I bought a Shopkick and Target and yes. So that kind of stuff I could do, but I'm not going to touch the budgeting content. I didn't know that. Just ordered EC meal planner. Sorry, Brie. It's okay, Ashley. It's okay. I ate my last Galaxy brownie yesterday, and that is very sad. Girl, you have been rocking your stories. I'm glad that other people are watching Rosie's stories because I comment on her stories all the time and told her just today that she was killing it today. When do you think you will start your coaching services? My goal is early 2021. knock on wood. So I am not comfortable starting until I can tell you that I am certified in something. So my goal, which I just filmed my October and fourth quarter goals video today, so that'll be up soon. But my goal is to finish my precision nutrition certification by year's end. That is my goal. So once I do that, the next step will be launching my coaching program. So I'm hoping early 2021, and then I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be, I don't even know what it's going to look like yet, and I'm excited. And I don't even know where we're going to go. And people that are interested in working with me on a one-on-one basis, I am happy to hear your thoughts on where it should go. I think it'll be great. I think it's something that I'm going to cater specifically to the individual. There's not going to be just like it's not a one size fits all thing. It's going to be you and me working together to figure you out. So that's going to look different for every person. But I'm really excited, and I don't even know what it's going to be yet. But early 2021 is the goal. It is the goal. I got a sample box of Eat Me Go Free, and they were so good. Catherine, hello, and I'm glad you like them. Yeah, they're good. I had one of my last s'mores ones from Flavor of the Month just today, and it's just so good. I love them. I love them. I would order more, but I feel like I need to eat what I have before I order any more. So I'm bummed that I'm going to miss the sale. I wish I didn't have so many Built Bars. You know, didn't I tell you guys this last week that like I tried a Built Bar and it wasn't all that fantastical? I was like, oh, I'm over them. Good for me. I mean, finish them so you don't waste your money. They're solid protein for your calorie buck. So especially with you having calorie goals that you want to stick to, they're a great thing to work in. But once they're gone, you just don't have to order them again, you know? I tried Nature Box before. It's been forever, though. I think I tried them back when they were a subscription, like a monthly box that you got sent to your door with like little snacks. And I don't think they do that anymore. I think they just do like, they sell their snacks, and everything I have tried is so good. So good, you guys. Rosie, what flavors do you have that don't have nuts in them? I could buy them off of you. Hey, there you go. Me too. I will sign up for coaching. She's going to be an awesome coach. Susan, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So tempted about the Apple Watch, but then there'd be no more Fitbit competitions. It's true. You can do competitions with your friends on here, though, if that helps you. I love my Versa. There are a few things about Apple Watch I wish I could do, like the rings and the stand goal. Yep. Syncing to friends. Oh, that's how behind I am. I'm really loving the new Active Zone Minute goal on Fitbit, which I've crushed for a week. It's super motivating to my workouts and it's been great. That's awesome. She just seems more and more fake and preachy. Okay. I'm glad I'm not the only one who still calls Target Circle cartwheel. Oh no, I call it cartwheel all the time. All the time. I wish I had access to those. Active Zone goals, what device do you have? Do you have to do a life coaching certification, or does the nutrition course sort of cover it? I know there's a chapter. So it depends. Technically, and this will be for my future clients' discernment. I will have a certification as a nutrition coach. That is what I will have. It teaches you how to be a coach, but I am also going to heavily depend on what I have learned from being a motivational YouTuber and interacting with people and helping them solve problems. And the fact that I have basically missed my calling into going into therapy to kind of help me figure out, trial by fire, the life coaching part of it. And for some people, that's gonna be a no-go. Some people are gonna be like, you're not a certified life coach, which is why I'm not, what was I not gonna call myself? I can't remember what I was not gonna call myself. I was not gonna call myself a coach if I started before I had a certification in something, because you shouldn't unless you have a certification. But I can be a coach because I have a coaching training for sure in nutrition, but also that whole first book was just how to coach people, you know, and how to be a good coach. And I believe that a lot of the stuff that I learned for nutrition specifically also would translate into life lessons, you know? So it would depend. And I think a lot of things are heavily, hey Miranda, A lot of the things that a lot of goals that people have in terms of life, definitely, you all found me, most of you anyway, because of a health related goal, right? And I firmly believe that, Lindsay, probably, let's be honest, there's a 95% chance that Miranda is preparing potatoes right now. And so the fact, no, no potatoes. Oh my goodness. What's for dinner, Miranda? What's for dinner? I had leftover chili for dinner. But so I'm willing to bet that even if we dive in and some of your goals are not health related, I bet you at least one of them probably is if you found me, even if it's just additional guidance in something you've already got down. That maybe not, but I can use the skills that I have learned from the nutrition coaching program to help mainstream your nutrition, because weight loss and nutrition don't necessarily fall under the same umbrella, because a lot of people are losing weight in a very not nutritious way, in a very not healthy way. And with the stuff that I'm about to go through personally in my own diet, which is a long-term plan, I literally have plans for halfway through 2021 right now. I can tell you guys at my schedule for all of the things in terms of my diet and weight loss and fat loss and all that, and I'm very excited about that. But the bottom line is, no, I will not have a life coaching certification. I will have a nutrition coaching certification, and it will be up to you to decide if what you know of me and a nutrition certification is going to give me credibility to be your life coach, basically. And then down the road, if this is like, heck yes, I have found my calling, I'll go get a life coaching certification. I will, but those are freaking expensive. So I got to start making some money on what I've already got, and then I will channel it into further education, because I love learning about how to do this. I really do. Does that answer your question, Rosie? Would anyone be willing to share their Instagram name here? I am new to Insta and only have 3 to 4 people to follow, but I would love to see more of your stories and posts. Friends in the community, share your Instagram handles, or links if you are so inclined, so she just has to click on it. So Ashley has other people from the Diva and the Divine community to follow. Most I got have nuts. I need lessons on how to use Target Circle. I feel like there are so many steps to do. It's really easy. It's really easy. You just open the app. As long as you have the app, you're halfway there. And then on main screen, you hit Target Circle. And then you can even click all offers. All offers. And then you just scroll through, and when you see something you plan on buying, you hit the little check mark. And then you scan your barcode when you leave. And it's that simple. Everything is automatically applied. It's awesome. I save so much money that way. So much money. You've already been such a good coach to any of us. Thank you, Pam. I think you're a positive person, and I need some positivity coaching. That I am not certified in, but I'm certified in positivity. I've got plenty of that to spare, my friend. Living and working in NYC, especially during COVID, I need it. I need your positive approach. I understand. I think, okay. I never even thought of that, but okay. What do you know? My random outrageous bubbliness is coming in handy. I love that. The world is coming to an end. Ramen, my other love. Oh, I love me some ramen. Have you ever had authentic Japanese ramen? I've never, since living in Japan, purchased the top ramen packets. I haven't, because I'm a ramen snob now. Well, Liz, I have a recipe coming Saturday, and you're going to want to buy some ramen. Yes, I need you as a life coach. I don't need you to be certified. I already know enough about you, and I know that you are more than qualified to coach me. Thank you, Susan. Thank you. I hope there are others that feel the same way as you, but thank you. Even easier, open the app and click the little barcode scanner icon. If the item has a discount, you can scan it. Yes, that too. Yes, and nothing is better. It's true. Thanks all. I'm using my Insta to help keep me motivated. I'm not adding any family friends I have on Facebook because I only want positive support. I'm eventually planning to use it to stay accountable. Excellent. Because I almost followed you last night after I messaged you, and then I saw you don't post anything. I'm like, well, if she doesn't post, I'm not going to see anything from her. But if I know that you're going to use it in the future, I will go on and follow you as well. I think you know my opinion of your coaching abilities. I don't think you like my coaching abilities. Oh, Colette, that is so sweet. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Can you guys see what she said? That is so sweet. Oh, that just made my night. This really is turning into the pre-debate positivity hour. Like, I'm feeling good. I hope you all are feeling good. I hope my rays of not sunshine because it's now dark outside are radiating through my phone and touching you, because I feel good today. I feel really good today. I'm getting tired, but I feel good today. I love it. I love it. I love it. Brianna, what makes you different than anyone else is you truly care about others. Thank you, Miranda. And I do. I love nothing more than seeing you guys succeed so much. It makes me so happy. And any way I can help, I want to help. And I just like seeing other people reach their goals, which tells you that I'm an obliger, right? I have goals I want to reach, but I am so much more concerned about you reaching your goals that might often end up on the back burner, which is why, like, truly, I am, so you guys will get a sneaky peek. I just did a video on this, but my plan is to go from cutting, meaning being in a caloric deficit with a goal of fat loss, to reversing. I'm only cutting for another like 7 weeks. And regardless of what the scale says, regardless, it doesn't matter if I lose 2 pounds or 10 pounds, regardless of what the scale says, I will be reverse dieting into maintenance mode, and I will be staying in maintenance mode until March 1st, which is terrifying to me, because even though I haven't been on plan the whole time, I have been in a mindset of calorie deficit since 2008. So it's freaking me out. But I firmly believe that this is something I have to do for me in order to better help you. If I know what it feels like, if I know the emotional things that go with it, if I know the benefits of going through this and hanging out in actual true maintenance mode and all of that, then I can better help you, because we're going to have different goals when we work together, you know? So I want to experience it first so I can use my personal experience to help guide you better. Even though our journeys might look different, I think it will help a lot. What do I mean by reverse dieting? A reverse diet is simply slowly increasing your calories out of your calorie deficit to avoid fat loss or fat gain as you're increasing your calories. Basically, what happens is if you are in diet mode for too long, if you're in weight loss mode for too long, you know, your metabolism slows down. Your body adapts. It's called metabolic adaptation. Your body adapts and your metabolism slows down, which means that you don't burn as many calories, which is why weight loss gets harder, right? What this does is, think of your metabolism as a fire, right? You have your little flame, you know, like the fire's been burning for a couple hours, so like it's still there, but it's not working really hard. What do you have to do to get the fire back? You got to start throwing more kindling on it, right? What a reverse diet is slowly throwing more kindling onto the fire so your body doesn't go, so you don't end up with like, just this, it's not going to be this much, but let's say 1,000 extra calories. If your maintenance mode is 1,000 extra calories than what you've been eating in deficit mode. Side note, it will not be obvious, or it might not be. It's possible, but it might not be. If you threw all of those 1,000 calories back when you're normally only burning, because you adapted, like 1,200 calories, what's going to happen? You're gonna gain fat. You're gonna gain weight. You're gonna gain fat. If you slowly start throwing 100 calories a week, 100 calories a week, and allow that fire to start to grow, by the time you get to your 1,000 calories, your metabolism can handle it, and magically you're maintaining your weight. You're not losing, which is what's going to be the mind screw for me, because for me, in my eyes, success has always been loss, right? You're not losing, but you're not gaining. You have managed to keep whatever let's say, hypothetically, let's say by November 14th, which is my birthday and the day that I'm stopping my cut, I have lost 10 pounds. My goal will be to keep that 10-pound loss through the reverse. And so you're basically stoking the metabolism fire. So now you're burning a rip-roaring fire, right? And then you maintain there for a couple of months. And then what happens when you have your rip-roaring fire that your body is now used to, and you cut again? You're cutting at this fire, not at this little wimpy thing that you have adapted to over the years. You're cutting at this fire. So then if you cut for another 12 weeks, your fire might not get quite as stoked, and then you reverse back up and you maintain again. Does that make sense? I talk about it a little bit more. I didn't use the fire analogy. You guys are the first people to get the fire analogy out of me, but that is what I'm going to be doing for experience's sake, and because I think it would be really good for my body to actually officially not be in weight loss mode anymore. And it would especially be great over the holidays to be slowly throwing kindling on that fire instead of focusing on all of the things the minimal calories I can eat. I'll be gradually increasing my calories. Which is always great, you know? Totally understand. My goal is actually to get my master's in counseling and open my practice. That's like a 3 to 4 year journey. I looked into certification, but similar price as the master's. Exactly. I looked into life coaching certification from like a really reputable place, and it ain't cheap. It ain't cheap. I love it, but I don't always like it, but I do love it. That is how Lissa feels about my coaching abilities, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how you do what Colette just did, Brie. What about what Colette just did? Give me $5? There's a super chat button down at the bottom. Is that what you guys do? The super chat? Yes. If you click down at the bottom of the chat box, next to the little smiley face, there's a little box and a $sign. And that is where Lissa buys all of her stickers that she gives me, like $1.50 or whatever. And you can do a super chat, which is what will do what Colette just did, which you give whatever amount of money, and it highlights it for me so I can see your chat, and you are guaranteed to get seen, which, I mean, I only have 27 people in here, but when you're somebody like, name the biggest YouTuber you know, PewDiePie, with millions of followers, which means you have thousands of people on your chat roll, that's how people can guarantee that their message gets seen. So that's how Colette did what she did. Maybe you can do a post on the Facebook group, put our social media info. That is a great idea, Rosie. And my friends, let me tell you while we're here, a lot of people will be like, let's do this post on the Facebook group. Let's do this post on the Facebook group. You guys are free to start posts. Go ahead and start all of the posts. If you want accountability for your tracker, post your tracker. If you want, oh, here we go. See, I told you. We only got one so far. That's not too bad. But go ahead and start the posts. Start an Instagram feed. If I don't see one by tomorrow, I'll go ahead and start one. But feel free to start one. This is our group. It is the group that I am admin for, but it's our group. Use it how it will help you. It's every time I look away. Of course it is. So go for it. When you say you are an obliger, are you a number type then? I'm a helper, whatever that number is. No, an obliger is from the book The 4 Tendencies by Gretchen Rubin. I highly recommend you take that quiz and you read that book, because and you have to answer honestly. You have to be like, not who is the person I wish I was, it is who wholeheartedly is the person I am. But there are 4 tendencies: an upholder, a questioner, an obliger, and a rebel. And everybody falls into one of those 4. I'm an obliger, which means I am very, very good at getting things done when it comes to pleasing other people or meeting other people's expectations. I need accountability. So for outside goals, that's great, deadlines at work, things like that. For personal goals, I still need external accountability. No matter how badly I want something, I still have to be accountable for it to somebody else, or I won't do it, which sucks. It's hard. I hate being an obliger, but an obliger is what I am. So that means The 4 Tendencies by Gretchen Rubin. I love, 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 love that book. Oh, I didn't see that Miranda already explained how to do that. Reverse dieting scares me as well. I keep saying I'm going to give it a go, and I just can't seem to shed those last 8 pounds. But every time I get ready to do it, I get anxious. So here's the thing, Kim. Like, what what are you afraid of? Are you afraid of gaining it all back? Because what people do, here's the thing. People go, okay, I'm in maintenance mode. And like I said, they'll throw what they think is their maintenance mode and just jump the 500, 600, 800 calories, and then they gain their weight back. Oh, if you're going to do a reverse, and this is the part that's going to take a lot of work for me, but if you're going to do the reverse, you have to do the reverse. You have to slowly add calories back week by week and use the feedback you're getting from your body to tell you whether or not you have hit maintenance mode. Because for some people, maintenance mode might only be 300 or 400 calories more than what your caloric deficit is, you know? So for what you have to do is be like, okay, let's say hypothetically your current calories at your deficit is 1,300. What you have to do then is you go, okay, I'm adding in 100 more calories. Okay, and you have to divide the right way. The only way that I know how is to do it with specific macronutrients. So your protein goal will always stay the same, and you will add carbs or you will add fat. 1 gram of carbs is 4 calories, 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. You only get to add 100 calories a week. And then at the end of that week, if you still lost weight, you can add another 100 until you find where your body is kind of just sitting normally. Does that make sense? So it is a slow process. The Macros 101 course that I just listened to the reverse stuff today said it should take 4 to 6 weeks to reverse. It could take longer, but 4 to 6 weeks on average is what it takes for you to figure out your sweet spot. So if you're doing it right, the scale will move a little bit. It might go up a pound, down a pound. Weight fluctuates, guys. Weight fluctuates. Remember what I said? This is 3 pounds. If I drink both of these, I'm gaining 3 pounds tonight. So like weight fluctuates, y'all. But take it slow. Don't just be like, I'm reverse dieting and add 500 calories a day and expect it to go well, because that's not going to go well. You know, as long as you be patient with it and take your time. And the benefit is if you get to maintenance mode and you stay there for a while, cutting and losing those last 8 pounds is going to get a lot easier. I'm definitely considering doing something like that myself. I will say that tracking and not being in weight loss mode is very nice. Hey, you're tough and often tell me things I really don't want to hear, but it's usually stuff I need to hear. And I can tell it's coming from a place of love. That's exactly it. I really hate being an obliger. I'm an obliger in full-on rebellion. Don't tell me what to do. Obliger rebellion is a thing. It's a thing. I did that during my WW journey. Famous line was, go eat pizza and dessert. It worked. Kept my metabolism working. I lost all my weight that way. That's why you'll be a great coach. I love it. I love it. And you are just a success story that I love to hear because you have it figured out in terms of the diet. And I love that so much. I know about your rebellion so well. Good. Okay. All right. Awesome. So we're at 53 minutes. So what else do you want to talk about? Because we got a couple of minutes left. There are some people that I automatically rebel against. I can see how that would be a thing. I can see. Yep. So I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm excited to learn. Most importantly, I'm excited to learn. You guys know that I love a good science experiment, and like reverse dieting is like the science experiment of all science experiments to do on your body, because you have to take it slow and you have to be meticulous with your tracking to really know the truth. Like, you know, like you can't just be like, oh, I'm going to just have a couple of cheat days a week. Like that's not the accurate thing. Also, cheat days aren't real, in my opinion. Hi, Diana. Under normal circumstances, we'd still have a little bit more time, but because the debates are on tonight, I'm going to actually have a hard stop at an hour. Otherwise, you would have had at least probably about half an hour more with me. I'm also guilty of wanting to say no, but pouting and doing it anyway because I can't bring myself to rebel. That's an obliger. Yeah. Elaborate on the cheat days aren't real, please. Okay, so here's the truth. Cheat days aren't real because you can't cheat your diet. You can't do it. You can't be like, oh, I'm just going to copy this paper over here and get the right answers. It's not how it works, because at the end of the week, you're either in a calorie deficit or you're not in a calorie deficit. So if you think that you are cheating by having one meal that is higher in calories, Exactly, Diana. Calories are calories even on cheat days. The reality is, if a cheat day works for you, it's because you spend the rest of the week in such a low calorie deficit that the extra calories you are consuming on your so-called cheat meal still result in you ultimately being in a calorie deficit. Even if you're not in a deficit that day, it averages out to the week. You cannot cheat the system. You're either in a calorie deficit or you're not. So cheat meals, cheat days, don't exist. Which is why I don't believe in them. I believe that if you want an indulgence, have it, but work it into your plan. I am about to go downstairs and I'm about to scoop the last of my full fat, full sugar ice cream from the ice cream place downtown that is now closed for the season. Full fat, full sugar. And I worked it into my macros today. I will hit my calorie goal and my macros goals, and I'm eating ice cream. Like, it's possible to do, but the reality is I'm not cheating. I just know what I want and I'm going to eat it, right? And you make it happen. Can you have cake every day? No. I can't even have a full serving of nut butter some days because I ate salmon today for lunch, which is higher in fat. So I had to go ahead and take off like a tablespoon of my nut butter so I could account for the fat. On days that I eat leaner protein, I can have more fat. You can have all the things. You just can't have all the things every day. And for some absurd reason, people think they are cheating when they are eating low-calorie salad, hamburger. If you took that hamburger and divided it up among the weeks, you'd still be in a calorie deficit. Or the day, you'd still be in a calorie deficit. So cheat days do not exist. You're not cheating. You can't cheat. Your body either burns the calories or it doesn't and turns it to fat. The end. No cheating here. That's my thought on that. So I don't believe in them. I do not preach cheat days. I do not believe in cheat days. I believe in moderation in everything and balance. I'm going to go make popcorn for the big show. Thanks, Brie. Excellent. If you need to gripe about things, you know how to get a hold of me, Lindsay. Thanks for coming. Thank y'all for the positivity. Reverse dieting does work. 70 pounds down and maintaining. Listen to Brie. My WW coach is so much like Brie. Susan, I love having you around. You want me for positivity, but I get so much positivity off of you. I guess it's just a mutually positive relationship, feeding relationship. I don't know what to call it. Had 2 milk bar truffles this tonight, and they were delicious. Chocolate chip and the chocolate cake flavor. The chocolate cake one tasted like a brownie. Ooh. That's what I forgot to ask. Any suggestions for alternatives to nut butters? I can't have nuts, so I was thinking sunflower butter, but I don't know anyone who's ever tasted it. I have not tasted it, so I can't tell you. I've heard good things, but I can't. I got nothing. I'm sorry. I wish I had more information for you. I've had sun butter before. It's pretty good. Having Milano cookies while I watch the debate tonight. Not sorry. Love it. Yeah, I'm going to get some ice cream for the debate. I feel like we all need a little something something tonight. Am I right? How many people, just in a quick raise of hands or something, let me know. Are you going to be watching the debate tonight? I'm curious to know who I'm going through this with. Sun butter's pretty good as long as you don't get the no sugar one. Oh, interesting. So if you want no sugar, it doesn't taste as good? Huh. That's fascinating. Because of course what you want out of your nut butter is not sugar. Like some of the flavored peanut butters that I'm eating right now have a little bit of sugar in them, but like the Wild Friends regular almond butter and peanut butter and all that are just almonds and peanuts. I will start the debate and see if I can stand it. That's kind of where I'm at, Becky. I was like, I will start it and I might get angry. And if I start to feel my attitude like really slip, I'm going to turn it off. Because I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. And historically, when certain people are on the TV, I get angry. So we're going to try it. We're going to see how it goes. I saw a Facebook post about a drinking game that one could play during the debate tonight. I'm not going to do that because I don't have the room in my macros for an alcoholic beverage, but I have room for ice cream. Still waiting for hubby to come home and bring dinner. I hope he's bringing something good and filling. my husband and I, discovered that there are no Boston Market. Was there a Boston Market near you, Becky? I don't remember. But we ate Boston Market in Illinois the other day for dinner, and I loved it. It was good. The sides were good. The chicken was good. It all was good. So I hope he's bringing something delicious but filling and healthy for you. I need ice cream for the debate. I bought it just for tonight. Please, God, don't let them roll around in the mud. Y'all, we're in the same position. And it sounds like we all feel the same way. So, Boston Martin Pork St. Lucie went out of business. Oh, man. Really? That's a bummer. That's a bummer. I mean, we can get rotisserie stuff elsewhere. But that's just, good to know. Chicken from Publix. That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, well, we can always get rotisserie chicken from Publix. That's fine too. All right, friends. I'm going to go because it's on. It's time. Keep a positive attitude. We can get through this. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. This was a lot of fun, and I really hope you found this pre-debate positivity hour as positive as I did. I really, really enjoy talking to you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Solidarity sitting in front of the television. If you need to gripe, I'm on Instagram, and I'll see you over there.